This is our little coffee chat. We're going to sit down and just chat a little bit. Hey, how are you? I am so glad you're here. Yeah, still giving myself grace because last week was insane. But anyway, so I wanted to tell you about my day and some of the things that happened today. I was going shopping I was all productive. I tried out a couple new cookbooks that I have. I'm so excited to be able to share those with you. Excuse me. I'm so excited to be able to share with you some of the cookbooks that I got. And I ended up going to the store and getting some menu or some pantry staples that I thought that I would never I didn't even know they existed, much less knew that I had. I think I remember making fun of one of them. So I got Millet, which I've always like, who would eat that? That's birdseed. Apparently me. I've now reached that pinnacle stage that I am trying things that, well, I've been trying things, but things that I never thought would actually be a staple in my pantry. About that, also wanted to kind of go over a couple things while I was driving. So while I was driving around searching on this ultimate searching trip for all these different items, and I found some of it in places that I didn't expect, and some places I thought would have it didn't have the things that I wanted. But anyway, while I was doing that, I was realizing, running to all these different stores, that change is hard. Trying new recipes, the fear of, if you're, especially if you're on a limited budget, to be able to try new foods. And what if it flops? What if you've just wasted this money and your time to try to find this? Because sometimes it might not be something that you would normally have in your arsenal, in your pantry. And so you have that, and all of a sudden you now have this stuff that, one, you don't know what to do with. Two, it probably costs a little bit that you wouldn't expect. Every penny counts when you're on a budget. I remember having to do it to the dime, to the nickel, to the penny, whenever I would go shopping. Had to make a list, had to stick to that list to be able to do. Luckily, I have a little bit of leeway within that and be able to try new things that I probably wouldn't. But anyway, so I was getting millet, and I had to find some steel cut oats, which is pretty easy to find. The steel cut oats is pretty easy to find. Walmart has it. Target doesn't have it. Your basic grocery stores have those. I think it's Red Mill Farms or something of that nature. They have the more health food type stuff and the gluten-free stuff. So they have that there. Then I ended up getting millet. I got it from the bulk store. Or there's a grocery store here in Tyler that you can end up getting bulk items at. So it's our fresh from Brookshire's. Amazing. I love it. It's really, I remember looking at that a couple years ago before I started on this plant-based journey, and I looked at it like, what the hell is spelt? I still haven't worked and tried spelt yet, but why would someone want birdseed, which is millet? You would see that in the birdseed stuff. All these things, commit, which I think I may have some. Wheat berries is out there. I'm going to be trying all those just for fun and sharing that with you. But we're going to see how the Food-gasm or flop thing. Made this morning some oatmeal quinoa, so steel cut oats, quinoa. Oh, hello, darlings. And then be able to do that. I top that with maple syrup and berries, and then put a little bit of coconut milk on top of that. Just the one that you can get in the carton, not the one in the can. be able to do that, so I can just heat those and get those up on the go, because I don't ever want to get up in the morning. I love my bed. Y'all love your bed. I'm trying to set myself up for success and not failure, because we talked about grace before, and yeah, you're gonna need grace. However, you also have to figure out what you can do to be able to kind of head off the your things that you're going to end up doing. So not setting yourself up for failure. You want to set yourself up for success, because you know, yeah, you should give yourself grace whenever you do mess up, but don't set yourself up to where you're constantly having to be upset at yourself because you're not meeting your expectations. So you have your expectations here, reality's here, but you want to meet here. So somewhere in that middle, you need to end up kind of giving yourself like that little boost, or the little reminder, the little setup for you to be able to step up to meet that expectation. So I know I talk in generalities. So example, you want to get up early in the morning. So I want to get up early in the morning, but I know that I have this amount of time, because I don't ever want to get up. I hit my snooze a few times, no more than a couple. I hit my sneezes a few times. Get up, I run. Okay, I run to the gym. I work out. I make my smoothie, and then have that. But then I also need something a little more substantial. So you set yourself up for success by making oatmeal or something a little more substantial that has nutrition that you can go and be able to heat it up and go, or grab and go and be able to do. Same thing with meals. I know that while I'm meal prepping and so on and so forth, you can either do the same, which a lot of people, there's some people that doesn't matter, they can do the same all the way across the board and eat the same thing every day, or you need variety, be able to do, that's fine too. One way that I've done for meal prep is to, like, whenever I cook, I double the batch or even triple the batch. And because it's just me, I don't always have to double the batch. But if I know that it's going to freeze well, I double the batch. And so I have 2 to 3 meals that I can, if I really like it, I can do that throughout the week. And then I can put the rest in the freezer. So that'll be for like 1 week that it's just insane, and there's no way that you can end up meal prepping, or you know that that meal prep day isn't going to happen. So then the next day when you end up doing another meal, you can end up doing 1 to 2 meals at the same time and double batch those, and then be able to put some in the freezer, some in the fridge, so that you have that. Because I mean, you're going to be cooking anyway, so you can have the forethought for even the next week, maybe not this week. So some people, you know, just take their leftovers. Well, I'm taking it a step further and be able to not do the leftovers just for the next day's lunch or the next day's dinner, but be able to have it for next week, next month. Because I mean, you can put it in there for a couple weeks in the freezer, and about 3 to 5 days in the fridge. So after the 3rd day, it gets that way. By the way, is this not so pretty? So sparkly, so sparkly. I love sparkles. Anyway, I am obsessed with coffee cups and things that make me smile and things that motivate me and be able to bring positivity in my life. We have enough negative BS up here. We don't need to be able to add on to that with stupid stuff. So give them things that make me smile. So I hope this makes you smile too. Yeah, so I will be showing you a little bit about those, and then we'll kind of talk a little bit more about that in future episodes. So I will be checking with you guys later. All right.